In this video, we're going to talk about things you need to know in San Luis Obispo, Part 2. Hi there and welcome back to the channel Central Coast Living. My name is Verenice White and I'm a local real estate broker with eXp Realty. So friends, I grew up here, raised my kids here, and I'm still here, and I have a lot to share with you about the area here in San Luis Obispo and its surrounding areas. So if this is something that you need to learn what there is to do to live, work, eat, sleep, and play here in the Central Coast, then you're in the right place. So right now we're getting calls from lots of people all over. So if you need any kind of help, any kind of resource, feel free to reach out. Day, evening, weekends, it does not matter, because we have your back when you're moving to the Central Coast, California. Okay, so in this video, we're going to go over a few things that are important as you're exploring, perhaps moving to the area or just figuring out where you want to land in California itself. So hopefully this will help you out. So a major thing that you need to evaluate while you're researching the area is our healthcare system here, whether you are a young family or a independent young professional, or someone entering retirement, job transfers, things of that nature. Let's go over what is available here for you. So the main facility that we have here, it's called Tenant Health, and it's the 5th largest hospital system in the nation, and it is the biggest nonprofit hospital here in California. So you're going to see different facets of it throughout, different buildings, different medical facilities under the Dignity Health umbrella. So this is a big one, and I'll put a link to it so that you can see what it all entails and how it was founded and what it involves. So this is a facility here, a encompassing system, a hospital system that you should look into. And also, if you're looking for employment, this is one of our bigger employers here in the area. So the next one that you're going to be seeing a lot of here in our area is Tenant Health Central Coast. So this is a healthcare system that encompasses 2 acute care hospitals. The other entities are urgent care centers and clinics. The other hospital that's under Tenant Health is Sierra Vista Hospital in San Luis Obispo, and this is the only one that actually has a trauma center in it. This is actually where I had all three of my children, but this is a facility in San Luis Obispo, our only trauma center. So again, we are a small community, and so our health care and health, specifically for big things like that, we just would need to take you to another area, either San Francisco or Los Angeles, for some pretty in-depth injuries that might be serious. Another one that's encompassing in Tenant Health would be located in Templeton in North County, and that one is Twin Cities Hospital. So that's what you're going to have in in that North County area. And again, I'll have links to all of these facilities so that you can do some research and see if this, which one would be something you want to get coverage of, which facility would be under your medical care. Okay, since we are a smaller community, and if there was, as I mentioned, a serious injury, or if you were diagnosed with something that required some very specific care beyond the means that our area can provide, you're going to have to go to San Francisco, to Stanford, or you would have to go to UCSF, and this would be in the San Francisco area, which is a 3-hour drive. This is something that's common as I've grown up here, and unfortunately I've seen people that have been hit with some sort of cancer or something like that. That's just something that we can't facilitate here, or have the right medical facilities or staff or doctors for a certain diagnosis. You're going to go to San Francisco, which is 3 hours north, or you're going to go to Los Angeles, which is 3 hours south. And then that would facilitate other hospitals. The hospitals down in Los Angeles would be UCLA, Cedar, and the most well-known for children is Children's Hospital. So Stanford was rated A in care in 2020, which is pretty amazing considering everything that we were going through at that time. So there's a lot to be said that, you know, we're in a smaller community, but you're going to be able to access much more specific care if you're going to need that for some sort of health issue that may arise as you are living in this area. So just take note of that for some more serious in-depth things that may come to your health. You are going to have to go 3 hours north or 3 hours south, depending on what doctors you're going to be needing to take care of your situation. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is the San Luis Obispo Airport, because you're going to need to know a little bit about it if you're going to be coming into San Luis for school and need to head home and fly, or if you need a little bit of understanding for business or just for pleasure. So the coolest thing about this airport is that we had a huge overhaul on it in 2017. It was expanded to 56,000 square feet. And so you walk in, it's just more expansive, huge ceilings, huge murals of paintings. Just a really great feel. So now you are boarding is much more pleasant, and there's a little bistro and an open air space area and patio that you can just kind of sit tight and, you know, get some fresh air before you're going to get on the plane. And then of course they have all the charging areas and seating areas and things like that. It was just a really tight, small terminal before, and this is just night and day. Great design and great construction that was done to accommodate. So that is a huge plus right now. The biggest thing that I'm just going to go ahead and lay out right now is that if you're flying internationally, this is where it gets a little bit tough. So our direct flights are limited. Right now we are good to go to Portland, Oregon, Denver, and Seattle. So we do have direct flights to like Las Vegas, Phoenix, and other areas, but we're limited to get that connection flight. So a lot of the times you're going to have to fly to Dallas and then you know, get another flight from there for international flights. So, you know, let's come up with a solution if that's the case and you're finding it a little bit challenging. Is your next option is you're going to be able to take a look at our other airport, which is south of San Luis Obispo, and that would be in Santa Maria. So in Santa Maria, you can get more options there for other flights and times. And there you don't pay for parking if you leave your car. In San Luis Obispo, you are going to pay for that parking spot. So you have that option, and then your third option would be to look into Santa Barbara, which is an hour and 20 minutes south of San Luis Obispo. So that really gives you some more options, and that's a really quaint, small airport terminal. I mean, it's literally pretty small, but it's easy to maneuver. But when you're getting off, it gets congested in the waiting areas and all that. But that airport is going to provide you some more options. The drive is super pleasant. You know, we've got great landscape all for the drive there, and it's not bad at all. So, I mean, if that's what you have to do, you do have to pay for that parking there, and that's just going to give you some more options too as you're trying to do your connecting flights. Or it's mostly like the times that are available, or like the days coming back. If you're leaving to Vegas from our area, Santa Maria or San Luis, they don't have a good stretch to get you back fast. So sometimes you have to stay, it's like 3 days. And you know, if you want to do, I've done a one business day flight, so I went out of Santa Barbara. So easy peasy, not a big deal. So there are options. The next level is to go to LAX, and we have a shuttle that will take you out of Santa Maria, and you can buy this package and you just go right to the Santa Maria airport and you park your car there, or you get dropped off, and you can take a shuttle and it'll take you all the way there, so you don't have to worry about it. They time it to the connect to your flight and all that if you don't want to get a hotel. So that's another option that you can do out of the Santa Maria airport, is take a shuttle. Or you can go up to San Jose and get another flight from that airport, and that will also have a better availability for you to maneuver your times and days for departure and arrival. So lots of options, because we're right in the Central Coast. Heading north or south to make this happen isn't horrible. It's just the international flights. So that's where you're just gonna have to get really down and dirty on how you're gonna figure that out. If you're gonna be leaving out of the San Luis airport, another place that you can go there, which is kind of nostalgic and very common in our area. People go there for brunch all the time. It's called the Spirits of San Luis Obispo. So you can watch the planes come and go, and it's just a really good food. And that's just somewhere where you can start off your vacation. So take advantage of that if you're gonna have some time there at the airport. Okay, friends, if you're finding this information to value, please be sure and like the video. That helps other people find this information. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future content. And shoot me down a comment so I can know what it is that you want to hear about next. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna just go over is the job market here in San Luis Obispo County and its surrounding areas. So I'm just going to be up front. As I mentioned, I'm going to try to give you the fast truth. So as you are researching, I just want to, I love it here and I've lived here all my life, but it just, the job market is limited. Okay, I'm just going to be honest. There are certain things that are available here to particular professions. So I'm going to let you know about those and kind of break it down in a summary. Obviously, there's a lot of different things that you can explore. But our number one facilitator here in our area is the university known as Cal Poly. So this is a 6,000 acre facility. It's constantly growing. So there's always need for professors, staff, administration, things of that nature most of the time. So I'll put a link for the job employments there. So that could be a good place for you to start to try to relocate over here. It's one of our main attractions here. It's run on a quarterly system, and it has 3,000 employees so far. So it's one of our bigger employers here in our area. All right, the next option you could look into are county jobs. So the county of San Luis Obispo is a good employer, and there's county jobs throughout the county. So you can move around, and then obviously as you're getting to know the area, if you decide you want to go to Santa Maria, which is a little bit more affordable in the housing, you could perhaps think of a job there in the county as well. Or you could live in Santa Maria and and work in the county in San Luis, where you would have more opportunity there to get it employed. Santa Maria is in Santa Barbara County, so that changes things a little bit. But again, county jobs are one of the bigger employers. They're a little bit under 3,000 in employees in the county of San Luis Obispo. Of course, you're going to be able to take advantage of benefits, all of the things that the county and the government offer as you're working with them. Pensions, I think, they're giving pensions still, maybe. And all the days off, all the government days off. That would be our next big employer here in San Luis Obispo County. All right, so you might have heard about our Diablo nuclear power plant in PG&E. The power plant is slowly coming to an end, and PG&E is also an employer here, one of the bigger ones. So you could try to get on some kind of position with PG&E. Of course, that'll also provide all the benefits, a little bit more higher paying, longer hours. So that could accommodate, you know, a job for you. So PG&E would be the next one. All right, so the next would be as an option that you'd have more to choose from would be in the medical field. So that's where we've gone over earlier, the Tenant Health, then Dignity, and, you know, Twin Cities Hospital. So anywhere in that arena, you would be able to find your way in there in the medical field, depending on where you're at in your position. So the medical field is pretty big around here as far as availability and getting in there to, you know, make your way into the area. So the medical field is definitely something that you can entertain as an opportunity, because that is one of our bigger employers here. Moving on into education, anywhere in the school districts, that would be another area that you could entertain. If you're a school teacher, anything in administration as well. The school districts are definitely looking to hire, so that would be the next, you know, pretty well paid or better paid jobs that we offer here in the area. Okay, since we are a destination location, we are a hospitality area. So we have, you know, hotels, restaurants, all that that is available too for that type of occupation. So just know that that is always well sought out. And we have some really cool places that you can apply. And, you know, we have mom and pops, then we have a little bit of bigger chains. So the service industry is definitely always looking for people here. So take note of that. Okay, and so we are an area of small businesses. You know, that is something that does thrive here. A little something, coffee shops, antique shops, you know, boutiques, furniture things, you know, your whatever small business you can come up with that you are thinking of just trying in our area that you think might work. You know, we are huge supporters of that. You know, joining your local chambers and all that, you can maybe launch a business here in our area, since we all know that you can do things from home too now. So hopefully this gives you some ideas of things that you can do in our area. And that would also include the professionals, you know, as attorneys and other, you know, legal arenas too. If you wanted to open up a professional venue like that, that's also something that we can definitely have happen in our area. All right, friends, the only way that I can help you find that sweet spot here in San Luis Obispo is you've got to reach out, give me a call, text, email. I answer the phone, I'll answer your email, and just be sure that I've got your back when you're moving to the Central Coast, California. So until the next video, we'll catch you later.